Hi guys, I'm Lisa Wright and you're welcome back to my Anxious Peaks podcast. This is December and it is almost Christmas. I've been away from the mic for a while. A lot has happened. Good news, I got a bunny. Yeah, I'm really obsessed with animals, so getting a bunny was really exciting for me. Aside that though, I had to deal with a lot of other stuff. I was taking part in some programs and I was dealing with some grief, but everything's all cool now. I've learned a lot of things and I'm going to be sharing them with you in all coming episodes. So yeah, thank you guys so much though. I got a lot of reviews on the last episode that I released, and I got a lot of reviews, a lot of comments, a lot of questions, and I'm really happy getting comments from you guys. A lot of people are telling me that it was really relatable. I'm so happy that you guys could relate with that episode. To be honest, I didn't really expect that a lot of people would resonate with that. So yeah, I'm happy to hear that you guys enjoy that episode. I will continue to bring you more perspectives and more, interesting content. Now, on to the topic for today. I was actually thinking about this a while ago, but then I didn't really think too deep about it. So I've always had this weird question about kids, right? I've been around my cousins and they've had kids and I've been privileged to babysit them and take care of them. Sometimes I'd be staying for maybe a month or longer. Sometimes it would just be a day. But as the first child of my family, I've had to take care of a lot of children. And one question keeps recurring: how do you just stay and want children? This is I've asked so many people this question and nobody has ever really been able to give me a substantial answer. You just stay and you're I want to bring into this world another human being. Now, this is not I'm in no way looking down on parenthood and anything like that. For me, it is a very huge responsibility, and in all the responsibility there is one thing that I feel you would need, which I felt I didn't have, so I could not understand, and that was patience. Patience. It took me a while to even realize that it was just patience. For me, I just felt they were annoying, but no, it actually takes patience. In dealing with them, I have never really come to the final verdict that it was patience that you actually needed until I got my bunny. Yes, I'm learning weird stuff from a bunny, despite how many years of my life on this earth. Not my relationships with people. I have not learned patience until I had this bunny, and I'm this thing is trying my patience. In so many areas of my life, I have constantly wanted to learn patience. For a fact, I was actually praying to God because I'm God, I want to learn how to be patient with people, because in my head I always felt I was a bit hot-tempered, and I actually didn't have a lot of patience when it came to dealing with some things and dealing with things I felt people should know, right? There were some things that in my head I expected that I felt, okay, this is really basic, you should know this. And it would take some time to explain it to them down to the basics. So, over time, I have constantly had to learn to be patient with people. Okay, you're in university, I expect you to know the least bit of algebra, math, the least bit, x plus 1 is 2, what is x? Something like that. So I felt there were some set expectations in my head, and until I got this bunny, I didn't realize how hard it was to train a child. I feel we should constantly thank our parents, because for 1 year, even children, right, constantly asking very crazy questions that sometimes you will not, in your entire life, you've never even thought about that being a question, and a child just walks up to you and is why is an apple red? I think I've asked that question, why is red? Why is one? But then that's me just being trying to be a philosopher in my own little space. But these are children, and it takes a lot to be able to provide the right answer. I feel once they even get to that toddler phase, if you've ever been in the same room with a toddler, there are questions you will have to answer. and pray that those questions are very normal questions. Like normal questions that you can actually Google and get the answer to. So yeah, things like that. I mean, I've dealt with this rabbit for a few weeks, and one thing that I needed patience to do was bond with the rabbit. Now, I got the rabbit as a companion, sort of. So I just wanted something around me, something that I could constantly have to pet. I wanted a pet. I think that's like the basic of it, right? I learned a lot of things while getting it, but the initial purpose of getting it was because I wanted a pet. My own pet. Like, we have dogs, right? But those ones are big and annoying because sometimes they can really be stubborn and they're old, so I don't even have the strength to train them again. Like, when they stand, they're like taller than me, so I really do not have the strength for that. But this one's a rabbit and it's cute. It was either a bunny or a puppy or a kitten. I wanted a baby animal. And I initially thought like the training process would be easy, but it was initially difficult, mainly because like rabbits are not easy. They are not normal animals in Nigeria, so they don't even have the right medical care, they don't have the right treats for them. So I had to substitute a lot of things. So I found myself wanting to get close to the rabbit, right? And I was learning relationship tips from a rabbit, like not like he was talking, but in having to build a bond with this rabbit, I've had to do research. I look crazy. Like, I would literally go out and I'd be getting plants and I'd be Googling, oh, what type of plant is this? Google Lens was my friend. I could have become a botanist because I knew the botanical names for some plants. Why? Because of my rabbits. So I would have to go online and check, oh, is this food safe for rabbits? What can they eat? What can they not eat? What is extremely dangerous for them? What can they be around? What kind of wood? I was even checking the kind of wood because it had to stay in my dad's office. My mom isn't really a fan of animals. She despises them. So I had to makeshift an office for the rabbits. And so doing all this, trying to get the rabbit comfortable, I did a lot of things. I would go there and sit every day. And it made me understand that one thing, relationships required patience. And to an extent, I saw the reason why I had issues in a lot of my previous relationships. Like, I can say that my relationships with people in general, not even just like I don't have a boyfriend, don't worry, but like in general, in my friendships, even with my own parents that I would normally complain about, with my siblings, with my family members, I saw an improvement in my relationships because I, for one, finally understood, I was forced to understand that relationships require patience. And one thing, while I had to do a lot of reading, by the way, and getting to know my rabbit, I had to stay around it. I couldn't force it because it's a prey animal. So if I tried to force it to jump on my leg or to be around me or force it to give me hugs and everything, it wouldn't be natural, one, and it would become even more scared of me. I was constantly, staying around it. I wouldn't encroach into its space. I was on my own, but I was in its vicinity. So naturally, over time, it got used to my presence. I would occasionally offer it treats. Sometimes it would, run away. Initially, when I got it, like at the sound of my voice, or maybe if I opened the door, it would run, like it would hide and I would never find it. And it was such a good hider. Now it has, cute hiding spots. But over the space of a month and a few days, I have seen this rabbit go from a scared, shy rabbit to even coming when I call its name. It comes, it lies around me, it nudges me for me to pet its head. Like, it's adorable, like how natural rabbits should be. Yes, sometimes it gives me an attitude, but I gave it its space, and I still found a way to balance giving it its space with actually balancing giving it love and attention. Playing around it has taught me a lot of things, and one of those things majorly that good things actually take time. But the reality of it was what I had to learn. And I feel in doing that, in actually taking those conscious steps with a rabbit, I unconsciously learned to do that with other people, because it was almost, should I say, the same thing, like building a relationship. It didn't have to be with an animal, it didn't have to be with a person. It is, I want to be your friend, and I'm not forcing myself into your space. I don't force you to like me, but I am showing you that I care in the littlest ways possible. And even aside, relationships, it makes you patient towards good things. It made me patient towards good things, because my impatience had caused me to, drop off from doing a lot of things that I actually love, because there were some results that I needed to get, but for me, they were not just coming forth. And regardless of how many times I tried, it seemed very far. When I continuously read articles on people, how they trained their rabbits, how they got their rabbits to be comfortable, people told me that it might take months, even years, and I'm like, my fear was, I don't know if I'm going to have this rabbit for the next 1 year. That was like my fear, and I think I told one of my friends about it, because I'm like, I'm scared. Like, I really wanted, initially when I got the rabbit and everything, I really wanted it to be, cuddly around me. I wanted it to be relaxed around me. And I was almost forcing myself into its space, because I think I was scared. I know I was scared, because I wasn't sure if the rabbit was going to be around for the next 1 year. I didn't even know how long I had until the rabbits would possibly be taken away. So I didn't want to wait that long. I didn't want to lose the opportunity that I was currently having, raising a rabbit. So I forced things, I tried to pull it, I tried to put it on the chair, I tried to do everything to make sure that it was comfortable, and it wasn't. Which somewhat led to me reading on how to train a bunny, how to get your bunny comfortable. Like, I was asking questions, and I was asking the right questions, because I actually wanted to enjoy, like, being around the bunny. Like, I didn't just want to enjoy it, but I wanted the bunny to like having me around. Like, it wasn't scared, it wasn't bothered, but it was actually excited, like, oh, she's around and stuff like that. And I think getting to that point finally gave me a very high level of happiness. In my head, I'm like, if they take it away, they take it away. Let me just enjoy whatever time I have left with it. And every day I would do my best. Like, I wasn't forcing it. I was taking it one step at a time. And in the space of a month, I have seen my bunny do, very crazy, funny, adorable things. And in all of that, not only am I seeing the bunny do things, but I'm seeing myself do things. I'm seeing myself become a better person. I'm seeing myself improve daily, weekly. And after a month, I can say that I am not even the same person I was a month ago. So, thank you, Choo Choo. Yes, my body's name is Choo Choo. Patience has brought me a lot of good things. Being patient helps. Being patient and knowing there is hope. One day, even if not today, even if not the next day, one day. And I think that's what kept me going, like, in my head, that one day this rabbit will be calm. One day everything would be fine. One day everything would finally fall in place. And the hope that one day was going to come kept me going, kept me living every day like it was the last, living every day showing love to the patience to wait for that one day came from a rabbit for me. I don't know, if it's taking you that long, or if you still haven't realized that continue to have that hope that one day everything will fall in place. It doesn't have to be anytime soon, but be patient enough to wait for one day.